What up? What up? What up? What up? I appreciate y'all checking me out. As always, listen, Christmas games here. I've been locked in all day, man. I ain't trying to miss a beat. Think this is game two. Think we got three left. I'm not really sure, but listen, I'm gonna be here. I'm checking these games out, man. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of watching all of the games, and I'm gonna give like a after game analysis, just like my 10 cents. You feel me? So listen, after watching the Philly game, Philly and New York. When I look at New York, they just fucking garbage. All right. New York garbage. When you see what happened, I'm not sure if anybody was watching the game. Jalen Brunson went out with some type of hip injury. And immediately after he went out, I think the Knicks missed like they next six or seven. They went like, they were in control of the game. They were in control of the whole game. It was real hard for Philly to get anything going. I think Mitch Robb did a very good job of disrupting Joel Embiid. They played like a little soft zone. Both teams played like soft zones. And I think the Knicks look real good on defense as expected because, again, this is a Tom Thibodeau-led team, right? The problem is on offense with the Knicks. The problem is on offense. So when it comes to Jalen Brunson, we have a game manager. We have a starting point guard. That's what we got. Kind of like we just mean like a starting point guard, right? That's not enough for what the Knicks need. The Knicks need their other guys to step up. And I think a lot of the problem is that they are very inexperienced. They are very young. It's a very young team. Nobody has really proven anything over there. We seen Julius Randle when he had the spotlight on him. He's just not that guy, man. He got off to a really hot start in the game. But again, I believe a lot of that was because of Jalen Brunson. I think Jalen Brunson really allows New York to be more of an offensive team. If the ball is mostly in his hands, he putting people where they need to be, making the right passes, setting the offense up in general, just kind of getting it going with his dribble penetration, kickouts. Jalen Brunson can really he can do things. I think that's why Dallas is missing him a little bit, and we'll get to that later on after the Lakers and the Mavericks game. New York fucking garbage though. I mean, I know right now they think what fifth, sixth in the league. I mean, I could give them a playoff spot, like that's fine. But what is a playoff spot to a team that's not really competing? Like to me, it's a difference between competing and contending. I think the Knicks are competing to contend. You know what I'm saying? And I think in the best of seven, no matter who they go against, I think they get bounced in the first round. I don't think they got it. I just don't think they got it. I know they don't got it. Actually, it's not even really much to talk about. Um, the 76ers are kind of who I expect them to be. Coming into the league over the offseason or coming into the season over the offseason, I really felt like Philly made all the right moves in order to be a championship team. And I really stand by that. I think with the East being as wide open as it is, I think that they really have a good chance. When you look at it, they are the number two defense in the league. And that's again to be expected. Tom Thibodeau, I mean, not Tom Thibodeau, Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is there with him. They coach together. And during that championship run in Boston. So that's why I mixed the two up just now. But they look good. Philly look good, man. James Harden, I think what he is doing right now is really underappreciated and undervalued. A lot of people will say, well, James Harden is not the same player that he was before. I will make an argument that he's a better player. Look, when you think about the history of James Harden throughout the playoffs, I know that Harden has been pretty much a choke artist, right? I got on his ass a little bit about a lot of his playoff runs. If you want to check out one of my other videos, my earlier videos about James Harden. Traditionally, throughout history, this dude has been a choke artist. But I think with him being able to be the facilitator, You know what I'm saying? I think he's the facilitator over there in Philly, and I think he's doing one hell of a job. Now, he can still get buckets. He can very much so still score. I think James Harden can go out there and give you 40 any given night. Any given night, he can give you, he can lead the league. He can be one of the league leaders in points per game. Now, I think it's more important that he facilitates the offense, get guys going, make the passes. I think that's more important. Setting Joel Embiid up, making the open shots and getting to the bucket, help create for other players. I think that's more important over there with his role in Philly right now. I think it really works in his favor when we look at how he was able to get it in OKC. He was like he was the facilitator, but he was a scoring option. With Joel Embiid over there, he doesn't have to be the main scoring option. When Tyrese Maxey comes back, he's healthy. That's going to kind of take some of the pressure off. But I think if they can continue to be a strong defensive team, if they can be guys, if they guys can knock down those perimeter shots, Joel Embiid can maintain a level of greatness throughout the playoffs. I think you're looking at a championship team. Now, am I saying that they're a lock? No, absolutely not. I think that not only is the East wide open, but the league is wide open. Anybody can win a championship. If we're talking about the top 3 to 4 seeds in both conferences, I think is wide open. Maybe top 3 because like the Nuggets, I don't got a lot of trust in the Nuggets, man. But whatever the case may be, all in all, I think Philly looked real good. I think New York is fucking garbage. I'm gonna keep saying that. I don't know what it is that they need. Maybe they need more veterans over there in New York. I'm not sure. As far as Philadelphia, I would just like to see them. I really would like to see them move the ball more, right? As opposed to James Harden making all of the plays or just giving the ball to Joel Embiid for him to score the buckets, right? Because we know he ain't passing the ball for real, for real. But he is very dominant, so he don't really have to. But I would just say if Philly could actually move the ball more, you got guys, DeAnthony Melton, again, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. You got guys over there who can manage a game. They can manage the game. You got 3 game managers over there for sure. And even when it comes to Tobias Harris, I think he has an underrated IQ. I think that's what separates him from other players of his tier, other players of his caliber. All right. That's pretty much all I got. That's pretty much all I got for the first game for the Philadelphia 76ers and the New York Knicks. We at halftime with the Lakers and the Mavericks. I have my thoughts about both teams for sure, more particularly the Mavericks. And I'll be back after this game to give you my 10 cents on that. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.